Hello guys, Boashik here, and today I want to show you some more clips of my Holy Paladin Feral Druid gameplay. Also, I want to mention that I have a Discord channel. You can find the link below. I'm quite active there. If you have any questions or feel like just chatting with me, I'll always be as active as possible. So first off, we're facing Arms Warrior Resto Shaman. I instantly open on the Arms Warrior, full bleeds on him, and I swap instantly to the Shaman to put out some pressure. Goes to Ghost Wolf, pops his grounding totem, and I use my Gyro Blaster after I bashed them. The reason for this is because the warrior started blade storming, as you could see, and I want to deal as much pressure as possible. Unfortunately, as you can see here as well, the bleeds fell off the warrior. Quite unfortunate because I had the strong bleeds up with the Tiger's Fury. So a bit unlucky by this, but we see that the Resto Shaman is casting a Healy Wave. I'm waiting for the next one. I will kick this, got the full kick, maintain those bleeds. Got some bleeds rolling on the warrior as well, so that's pretty good. He's lava bursting me, doing actually quite some damage if you look at it. Dropping fairly low. Full maim on the Shaman, doing some decent damage. You can see here I popped my shield wall before as well for the extra mastery. We popped the tank trinket, dropping really low, both of them. Pops his ascendance, kicked the healing surge. Really good pressure. The warrior's doing weird blade storms, I must say. I mean, just outrunning them, not really optimizing the damage he could be dealing. Doing some okay damage. Shaman doing some pressure, maintaining those bleeds. You can see the warrior has those sword as well, that gives like a proc, that does quite some damage, doing 17k DPS. Maintaining those bleeds. Chasing the Shaman around, the warrior's just trying to deal some damage to my Paladin, but he has no issues whatsoever. Full bash. Quite unlucky right here, as you can see. He popped the earthen wall. I shouldn't be like standing into it and trying to damage too much. It's actually a waste. While the warrior was dropping, like you can see here, like 21%. If I just swapped to the warrior, refreshed those bleeds on him, he probably would have died right here if I just kept the bash, of course, on the Shaman. You see here, I tried to run out. I triggered the Stormbolt. I want to drag the warrior out of the earthen, kick the Shaman on his heel. Good damage, but then I made a small mistake. It was a bit too obvious that I wanted to drag him out of the earthen wall. The Shaman probably communicated, he's dropping really low. 3%, just imagine if I just did one more shred or even used my Crucible Flame, he would have dropped right there. He's stopping the warrior kind of off. I don't mind it too much. We forced like the Intimidation Shout, the wall. He's doing some damage. Again, a weird blade storm. Like, just a waste. Don't know why he's doing it like that. He could be using it way, way better. Trying to line the Shaman, so the warrior has to peek out. He has to move, because the Shaman has to cast the top his warrior off. You can see here, the Shaman shocked. A maim is cast. Root the warrior. Just outrunning this a bit. Bear form really quickly. The leap kick. Should have Ferocious Bite right here to maintain that big grip. Quite a mistake by me. I got taunced, he starts to purge. Goes to my Paladin for like a weird reason, I must say. I mean, the Shaman used his trinket before, the stun DR is almost fading. The warrior decides to swap to my Paladin. And my Paladin still has everything. Like you can see here, he doesn't have trinket, but he has 2 bobs, he has wings again in 2 seconds. He has his Hammer of Justice, his bubble, his wall. So we're in such a good spot, while I could use my 2 shield walls, but I feel like pressuring the Feral is like the better call here. Full bash on the Shaman, lining the warrior so we can actually stop this. The Gyro Blaster, because I can't get maimed, into a maim. Even though the earthen wall is down, he's so low. DR got the kick, even though he tried to fake cast it, and he actually dies. Like, I feel like that the warrior could have done a way better job this game than just like trying to train my Paladin. He should have just sit me whole game and see how the long game would go. I guess he's clapping. Yeah, either he's excited that I that I won, or maybe he's like a bit frustrated. But again, I felt like he could have played this game much better. You just want to make sure that yeah, you bleed 2 targets against the warrior team, and you can actually kill either of them. Warrior teams are, I feel like, the easier teams to face. Next up, we're facing Unholy Death Knight, Holy Paladin, and this is like a really popular comp. I find it really hard to face in the first place because the burst they can do. They mostly train my Paladin as well, because he can't really always get away. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I open on the Death Knight instantly, maintain those bleeds. My Paladin hodges the other Paladin instantly, And I run to the Paladin, or I want to Cyclone. I get asphyxiated. And I want to start running from the Abomination. I should have maybe pushed the Paladin a little bit more, but he popped his wings anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much in my eyes. Running out the Abomination. My Paladin gets hodged by his Paladin. I bash this Paladin DR. I will start casting a Cyclone in a second. But the Paladin actually outruns it. A bit unlucky. Get the Mind Freeze, which is like really good. I didn't really want to get the Cyclone at this point anyway, because the DK is, although off stun DR, even if I would get the Cyclone here, the Abomination is still up, so we kind of just want to run. So I stood really close to my Paladin to hopefully he would Mind Freeze me, which he did, so that's really good for us. Maintaining those bleeds, he used his Gyroblaster, doing quite some damage. I used my wall defensive here as well. We got the full Cyclone, and we got the Mastery proc just now. So we can start doing some pressure. The Paladin turns instantly, like really offensively. Getting those bleeds out. Doing an okay DPS, like 10k. It's not too bad. Doesn't have Abomination either. So we're like in quite a good safe spot. Maim the Paladin. Casting my Cyclone. Waited for 1 second so I like don't waste too much of the seconds that are rolling. He Stone Formed my bleeds off. Doesn't really matter too much. I cast a Cyclone to force the kick. So my Paladin has like free room in case he gets tunneled and he can still free cast. The Paladin is sacked as well, so I start building him up. Clone to DK. Clone him DR now. He still has the Aura Mastery up. I don't really mind. I War Stomp it, but a bit of a waste of a War Stomp. DR'd him again for no reason. Still dropping quite low as well. Trying to peek the Paladin out, so my Paladin has like the opportunity to hodge him. Nonetheless, he pops his Abomination. I leap away instantly, get grip, get stunned. I want to get away ASAP from this. I get Freedom Try before, so I just run around the corner even. Making sure that I don't take too much damage from the Abomination even. Dealing the damage. Trying to like do anything. He pops AMS because I cast Cyclone. It's not too bad. My Paladin hodges the other Paladin. I cast a Cyclone, get it off. Really good for us. Trying to maintain some pressure, but it's really hard. I root the Paladin to force Dispel in case I want to root the DK a bit later, as in I have 8 seconds of time for it. Aura Master is popped. He actually got it off. You can see it, the pressure that they're doing on my Paladin. Imagine if the Paladin would actually hodge my Paladin, like he would just be gone. I kick the Paladin, I root him for half a second. Bleeds are still ticking on the Death Knight, doing decent pressure. I maim the Paladin here, DR. Trinkets out of it. Bubbles as well. So you can see right here, the Paladin was either like struggling or maybe like a bit scared. He used his Trinket and instantly after he bubbled, like the right choice would just have been to instantly bubble it if you decide to bubble like 3 seconds after you use Trinket anyway. So we're doing good pressure. The Gyroblast from my Paladin is coming out as well. He still has bubble, he has 2 pops, so we're like doing fairly okay. He still has a sacrifice as well. I'm just chilling a bit. The bubble is faded from the Paladin. Not bleeding him up. We don't play Repentance. We maybe should have, but it's really hard if my Paladin gets stunned and gets kicked on Repentance. I actually can't heal, even though I fake. I'm fake. I even get the Mind Freeze out. So the bubble might be used soon by my Paladin, I think, if I remember correctly. The Gyroblaster is used. I actually outran it. Get freedomed. Leaping away. Just running a bit from that Abomination. Use the Gyroblaster. I used my wall here to reduce the damage. And I can use the proc, the extra mastery, as you can see right here, with Tiger's Fury. So we want to try get that pressure out now. Paladin dropping really low, you can see. 40 seconds till wings. He gets hodged here, so immense pressure. Start casting Cyclone. Get it on the Paladin. Just want to deal that damage. Get that Mind Freeze out. Really good. It's on DR Cyclone as well on the Paladin, so we have that out of the way. My Paladin can top himself off. The DK gets bopped offensively, so he doesn't heal. Probably has like 1 more bob for himself. Casting a Cyclone on the DK. Doing a rip on the Paladin, because dampening is actually getting in, ticking in quite high. Doing some damage. Paladin pops his wings, hodged my Paladin. I cast Cyclone on the Death Knight. It's still DR. Cast the Clone on the Paladin now because it's full. I'm gonna try to reverse his pressure. The Paladin still has Trinket and the Bubble, so pretty okay. Hodge on the Paladin. I should have used my Instaproc, not just on a regrowth, but I should have used it on Druid. Paladin sacked him. Excuse me. The Death Knight should have been cloned here by me, because he doesn't have Mind Freeze. Then he wouldn't be like somewhat topped off. You can see the Paladin uses armor on himself. He feels the pressure dampening kicking in. Full maim. I root the Death Knight. Got dispelled. Ferocious Bite. He gets second Bop out, so that's really good for us. I use the root on him. Spell has to peek out. We get like some free space, but Paladin can actually run. I think the Hodge quite late. I use my shield wall instantly as well, because damage is getting really high. I want that mastery proc. I want that huge damage. Gyro Blaster on the Paladin. And we actually managed to kill him. So in the end, if you imagine, if you didn't use his Bop offensively right there, we actually would have had like so much more issues with this, because then he could Bop himself with the bleeds off, and he probably would have lived, or at least like a way better chance to live. But that's what happens when you make choices to play offensive. They could have won this so easily, I feel like. So yeah, you can see here, the clip ended at 2200 MMR. We're like bouncing around that. I really like Feral. I would like to keep playing it over Resto Druid, but we'll see what the season brings. I want to say though, I want a big thanks to Dagon, who actually like fixes all this stuff. Like he makes the thumbnails, helps me out with the recording and stuff. Also, I would like to make notice that if you like the video, don't forget to press the like button. And if you want to see more videos in the future, press subscribe and the notification bell. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.